Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Info here. If you're having a good day or a good night, every time is when you watch my video. Okay, let's get into a reading for the collective. I've eaten apples and peanut butter like non-stop, and like it's so good, and I literally just fucking cannot. I don't think my body is used to so much fiber. I've been bloated and like super gassy. But I can't stop eating apples and peanut butter. Well, I just ran out of peanut butter today, actually. So a break had to come at some point. Okay. My energy is very like hyper right now. I don't know why. Very, very hyper right now. But let's see what comes out. I kind of want to pull a tarot card real fast. Just like check on this energy. Spirit, what's the energy? So let me go through it now. What's the energy? I'm hearing all eyes on me. Okay. Yeah, there could be a lot of okay, you could have been in an environment where you felt very restricted, okay? Maybe there's just like a lot of drama going on, okay? Realizing that it was harder to build success with a group of people, so you kind of just distance yourself from the Five of Coins with the Sun. How these cards are like laying like the Five of Coins, like this person's running to the Sun. And I feel like you're leaning more towards just like self-expression. Like I feel like this world is leaning more towards self-expression when you get out of like the realm of consumerism and you produce more and you have like something that you're responsible for producing. Like you produce it and like you're producing more than you're consuming. Okay? I feel like you're in a state of producing more and maybe utilizing like the shit that you went through be like some sort of inspiration, okay, to it. I also feel like you could just be in environments where like there's talk, okay, there's hella talk, everybody's always talking. I feel like you have absolutely no interest, like you're completely cut off. You're completely cut off. It's not to say that you're just gonna be standoffish. It's just to say that like, look, I came here to be on business. All right. Anything else, you can chill. Like, I came here to be on straight business. Like, everything else is a null and void. Like straight out the window, yo. Okay, 2 coins, two coins, 6 of wands. Okay. And like some of you could just be deciding to like work with one other person, okay? Flexible. Okay, something about coming up with a system. New romance. 10 of Wands. I feel like you're work life could definitely interfere with your relationship. Like you, if your person, like if y'all work together, yeah, I feel like it's time to like change. Like don't get comfortable in a routine. Like maybe it's just time for everybody to just start doing more different things. If you spend less time together, maybe spend more time. If you spend too much time, whatever fucking works for you, right? Spend even more time. Like whatever the fuck, like whatever you wanna do with the shit, right? Look, the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands are out here. And I do really feel like this is completing a cycle. I feel like you're recognized, okay, for who it is that you are and what it is that you are, okay? And like, yeah, it could be a lot of like talk about that, like your comfortability in who you are and what you do and what you're deciding to do, okay? I feel like you can be very intuitive. You can also be masculine energy. Like you got two paths. Like you can choose to detach, or you can be completely like enthralled in whatever the fuck it is motherfuckers got going on that's not serving you. I feel like a part of you could be reluctant to change, okay? I heard something about taking a pay cut if you want to be happy, okay? Like yeah, I feel like you have a lot of knowledge on different ways to invest your money, and I feel like you're consuming yourself with being stuck on giving your energy to one thing that's not really like maybe you're not meant to be like the manager anymore. Maybe you're meant to be the general manager. Or maybe you're not meant to be the general manager anymore. Maybe you're meant to be the CEO, right? Person, the head honcho. The person who like fucking, yeah, who does the shit. Who does the shit, right? It's like, oh, I'm not working no more. And like, yeah. I mean, yeah, at some point we all develop and go up, right? I think it's just maybe depending on like what maybe you could have been associating yourself with the company. Maybe it's just time for you to build your own company. Even if it's just marketing self, right? Like, yeah, that's the energy it's giving. Because I feel like the amount of time like people would spend like on drama, like the same amount of time they could spend on finding solutions. And if we're not discussing these solutions and addressing problems, then there's not really much like, you know, the hermit. I feel like it's just a time of like a lot of solitude, right? To really decompress from other people's shit and like be more focused on your own shit, like kind of a self-centering energy, but it's not like in a bad way. It's just in a way that's like attentive to your goals, okay, your aspirations, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, I do feel like it's just a lot of movement, like within the collective right now. Um, and a lot of change, like changing cities, changing towns, changing jobs, changing majors. Like, yeah, everything is like a lot of people I feel like are making like huge changes. Um, yeah, being exposed to like new crowds, okay, different types of people, understanding. I feel like something is innocent now. I feel like people come to you in inquisitive nature rather than trying to challenge your intellect, um, which I feel like is making starting over. Like some of you could be stressing about like starting over, right? But it's like, what are you gonna do? Keep living the same life that you are not happy with and have something to complain about, or just fix the thing that you're complaining about and have nothing to complain about at all? Like if there's a solution, then I think it's just, yeah. Um, it could also be like grief. I don't know. This is like really like I hate to like dwell over the past, right? But it's just kind of like cleansing out past energy, past shit that happened, like having a moment to think about things that have happened and how they've affected you, like to really sit and think about all that you like went through to get to where it is that you are now. Like it's a lot of like reflecting, but then also a lot of inspiration from that, which I feel like is developing a new thing. Some of you could be making an app, okay? Something about cats is significant. I don't know what that is. Apps and cats. I don't know. What are those things called? The cafes, the cat cafes or whatever. That can be significant. Okay, but yeah, that's enough of that. I just had to pick that up because I'm like, what is that? The energy of like somebody being stuck in their head. Like I resonate with that energy so hard, and I have trained myself to not do that, like internally, and it has helped. It has really, really helped. So as soon as I feel that energy, I'm like, no, like you're not dragging me down the rabbit hole of like overthinking some shit. Like, no. My brain literally like is like it just starts to vibrate. I'm like, yeah, no, like this is not what we're doing. Okay, the foot long. This is funny. Who doesn't love a little who doesn't love a little street meat? You don't always have to have fine dining by candlelight. Sometimes simplicity is best. A hot dog delivered right when you crave it most can really hit the spot. Take that as you will. Okay? Few things are more gratifying. This is the win-win card. Okay? A few things are more gratifying than generosity. When we truly immerse ourselves in what gives pleasure to others, it's true that we also benefit greatly from giving, making this principle the ultimate win-win. Okay, I'm kind of like reading this like, okay, I feel like somebody's like super like extra. I don't know. Somebody likes to give like, I don't know. Okay, I feel like the small things matter too. Like you don't have to always like buy somebody a car. Like it doesn't always have to be like I feel like small things contribute just as much to like people's lives, just as big things are. Okay, even just like holding the door open, simple shit. Okay. Let's keep also talking about like self pleasure. Also, but that's not what this is. Okay, the volunteer. Try being the first to raise your hand and really dig in there when someone asks for help. That attitude will get you far and deep. Just make sure that you're volunteering for it can bring you some pleasure too. Yeah, this is definitely giving and receiving, and it being like fair trade. Like, yeah, it's definitely the energy. But I feel like it's here though. Like, it's here. I don't know, it's very stiff too. It's very stiff too. Like somebody's stiff on a certain subject. I don't know why. Somebody's stiff on a certain subject, certain topic. Something makes somebody uncomfortable. Okay, I feel like sex is a part of life. Like I don't understand why people are like weird about it, but then I also know like some households like yeah, I understand all of it actually. But I feel like somebody's breaking out of their like shyness. Like if you like some shit, like say you like it. Like what? The long hard look in the mirror. I like this one. Self-reflection and self-examination are the pillars of a rich inner life. Without a close look at who you are, how will you know who you want to become? It's scary to bare your soul and examine it closely, but you and your partner may like what you see, right? I feel like also like people like try to pretend like the bad parts of people don't exist, okay? I think sometimes when we are like on a healing journey, the bad or the things that people trigger within us, they're not necessarily bad about the other person, right? It's just like we have an experience that reminds us of something that we didn't like, right? And like when you place that on everybody that you deal with, it can become an issue. Um, Also, what was I gonna say? Um, Being able to accept like the bad and the good is really a good way to start. Okay, it's the best way to start. And like looking at what your feelings are making you feel, like following the flow. Like, oh, when I heard this, it made me think of this, or when you did this, it reminded me of this, and then it brought me back to that feeling. Some people don't even remember like why certain shit bothers them the way that bothers them. Um, and if like you're one of those people, like that's definitely something you should reflect on, because it's like still like shit from like pre-K and like fucking forever ago that people hold on to, and then somebody makes them, a situation happens that reminds them of that, and then they instantly like make that assessment on that person, and it's like you're not always right. um Nap time. We all need to take a moment to pause and regroup. Naps are a healthy way to recharge both mind and body, but they can be so darn lonely. Try asking your partner to join for a chance at some deep connection. Yeah. So with that acceptance of like each person, like flaws and all, I feel like bonding over your flaws, okay, not trauma bonding. Like trauma bonding with no progressive, that's what trauma bonding is. But if you're discussing your trauma with progressive motion and how you move forward to like heal it and grow and evolve from it, then that's not trauma dumping. That's having an intelligent conversation, because we all have had experiences, and it's not about like suppressing them or forgetting them. It's about how each time you talk about them, pay attention to what you talk about. Pay attention to what comes to your mind. Pay attention to every little detail of what you're saying. Not about what you're saying, but about what you were saying, how you're saying it, and where you're saying it is coming from. Right? Be like more self-aware than like aware of the other person. Right? But then like affirming yourself to each other. Not having your partner affirm you, but you affirming yourself to your partner. I feel like that's genuinely an amazing way to get close to your partner. Like, we don't need to sit and hype each other up. Like, we can hype each other up by hyping ourselves up, right? And then that turns into hyping each other up, right? Because we realize, like, oh, you're a reflection of me. Like, oh, this reminds me of this. And that's how you really create, like, a bond. Like, you gotta start from hell and go straight to heaven. It's a vibe, though. Because it's duality. Like, nothing exists. Like, nothing is not. There are no straight lines. Like, literally. And whatever angle you're looking at it from, it may look straight from your angle, but the reality of it is it's not straight. Like, on the other side from their angle, right? Whatever. On the ball, staying on the ball isn't always easy. Be confident And keep at it. Remember that practice makes progress and your efforts will pay off. I feel like right now there's just like a lot of conscious effort being put into certain things, okay? That I just feel like are working out for the collective. But that's the reading. And I will see you guys later. Bye.